How are you doing today? So here we have a integral by parts question. So let's integrate this, and here's the little formula for integration by parts that you should probably already know by now. And so let's take a look here, and we're gonna need to determine the u and the dv for this particular integral. So as a rule of thumb, and most times we're going to be choosing the logarithm as the u. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now, and say that u is equal to ln of x, and that will leave the rest of what we have here as the dv. In this case, that will be 1 over root x dx, right? Because I can essentially split this up into ln x times 1 over root x dx. So this will be my u, and this will be dv. Great. So I'll write that down here. dv equals 1 over root x dx. Okay. So now what do we need to do? I need to derive this, right? I need to take the derivative of both sides of the equation here. So get du, right? So the derivative of u I'm just going to write as du. And the derivative of ln of x is 1 over x. And we need to write the differential as well of x. So 1 over x dx. And over on this side, for the dv, we need to integrate both sides. So we get the integral of dv is just v, and the integral of 1 over root x. Remember that this is basically x to the power of negative half. So we need to essentially add a 1 here and divide it by whatever we get. So the integral of that will be 2 root x, essentially, because that will be 2x to the half. Okay? So v equals 2 root x. Great. So now we have all elements that we need, because we have the u and we have the v. So we get u times v, so we get ln x times v, which is 2 root x, minus the integral of v, which is 2 root x, times the du. And du is just this, 1 over x dx. Look at that. And we're pretty close to actually being done right now. I'll just rewrite this. I guess I'll write it as 2 root x ln x. Okay, minus the integral of, now let me rearrange the whole thing over here. The square root of x times 1 over x is essentially x to the half times, I'm using this as like sort of, just sort of a scratch paper, I guess that's how we call it. X to the half times x. Okay, so root x times 1 over x is this, and it can be simplified into x to the power of negative half, because half minus 1 is negative half, which is the same as 1 over root x. And the 2, I'm just going to bring it outside of the integral. So I have essentially 1 over root x dx. Now just copy down the whole thing over here. And I get 2 times, now what is the integral of 1 over root x? Well, we had already found that over here. It's just 2 times x to the half. So it's actually just 2 root x. And then, of course, we need to add a constant, since this is an indefinite integral. And that's it, we're done. This is going to be 2 root x ln x minus 4 root x plus c. And that's it. And I recommend you check out some more videos on integral or integrals by parts. Good luck.